Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventures with Edna. I'm Chris, and it's a hot day. I've been out running around doing a few errands with Edna, and today I got up earlier and I helped my dad and my brother, and we went and took some stuff to the dump, loaded it up in the back of Edna and headed that out. Now I'm doing a couple things for myself, running into Home Depot on the west side of Spartanburg. We're on the east side right now, kind of in the Hillcrest area. I'm going to grab a couple of bags of mulch and some Gorilla Tape, maybe a couple other things. I don't have a chance this weekend. Normally I work at my other job on Saturdays, but I decided to stop working there on every other Saturday when I don't have a chance. So big shout out to everybody at Sugar Tit Moonshine. I really enjoyed working with everybody out there. It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. Owners were great, and I worked with some really good people. So this is kind of my first Saturday in a long time where I wasn't working and I didn't have a chance. So I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do for a video today. So I just kind of figured that you guys could come along for the ride while I'm going through town. I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with the channel. Right now I'm kind of headed through downtown. They've had the main downtown area blocked off on Main Street for a little while now, a couple of years since COVID started, and they've had it set up so that people could eat outdoors. I think that's supposed to go on for another year now, but I do kind of miss being able to drive on through. This is one of the ways I used to take to get home or to get from the east side of town to the west side. I kind of like driving past the old buildings and stuff. It's kind of pretty down here. Not as busy as like when you go to downtown Greenville. I like the old town setting. They've recently been doing a bunch of remodeling through here and putting in new stores and shops. I think they're kind of expanding the downtown area a little more. I'm still kind of working out what I want to do for content. Here comes the Freight Yard downtown. I've always heard it's really good, but I've never been. It seems like a cool place to go downtown and be outside. Looks pretty busy right now. There's a bunch of people in there. I'm gonna have to turn here. This is where you'd normally get to go straight, but this is where they've got it. Where you have to turn. Since our channel is so new, Chance and I have still been kind of working on the best stuff to put out there, which spikes the most interest. And lately, while I went through all those transmission issues, we couldn't really go many places like we have been, and so the views on my videos dropped. I was really hoping those videos would do a little better because I tried to Meg doing the transmission rebuild. There's not a lot of videos on how to work on certain things with these trucks. So I was kind of hoping that the views would be a little higher. But unfortunately none of those videos did that great. But I still appreciate everybody watching. It's still a lot of fun to do all those videos. But ever since the new transmission went in a few weeks ago, we've been able to start going places again, starting with the video where me and Kaylin...
Who the heck is Kaylin?
Went to Tryon, went to Side Street Pizza. That video got the most views I've had in a while, so that one did really well. And last week's video with Chance and I going out to the Bantam Chef did really well, so it's kind of nice to see that the viewership is coming back up. My local videos have actually done pretty well. I have to give a shout out to the You Might Be From Spartanburg Facebook page, because the videos that I've done in town that I felt might be interesting to the people on that Facebook page have done really well. The views are usually really good if I do something in town, local. Except for one video that got my only negative comment ever from somebody on that page. You know who you are. Everybody seems to be really liking those. I've always been a big supporter of local and doing things local. And while I'd like to get further out around town and showing more stuff, or getting out to outer areas and showing more stuff, I do like to see some of the local stuff in the area, just kind of researching stuff that's close to me that might be interesting for videos. I've learned some interesting things. It's just a matter of whether or not I can make a video out of it. There's one I'd really like to do. I don't know, but if anybody really knows about it, but there's an abandoned airplane right in the middle of Spartanburg, and I don't know if many people know about it, and I'd really like to go out and even just be able to look at it. Whether I can make a video out of it or not, it's a different story. But I've been trying to get in contact with the people that own the property where it's at and get permission to go look at it. I don't want to just go out there and do a video, and it'd be nice to get some little bit of information on it, but it is kind of interesting that it's just kind of right there and not many people know it's there probably. I think this up here used to be part of I think it was the steeple. I don't know if this specifically was I don't know, over here, I've always kind of wondered what that is. I think I remember being a car dealership at one time, but I don't remember totally. It's cooled off a little bit. It was pretty hot out here today, almost 100 degrees. I was afraid that when I was at the dump earlier, it was really packed getting through there. I was kind of afraid that Edna was going to overheat. I don't usually go to many drive-thrus in Edna just because I don't want to get stuck in there and have the engine overheat on me. So I've been checking out, so I typically don't go to any fast food places or anything like that. So today was kind of a good reminder why I don't do that. I always thought this little stretch right here between the downtown area and the west side is kind of nice. It's cooled off a lot. You guys probably remember from some of my other videos that aside from the AWE logo for Adventures with Edna that I made, I sketched out a while back like an actual logo for Adventures with Edna, and I kind of took cues from the Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. The way they did the title, so I kind of sketched that out the way I wanted with Adventures with Edna, and then I made the Edna part look kind of like the truck being green with a little bit of patina on the top parts of the letters. But anyway, so I took that to a local business this week, Image Printing here in Spartanburg, and they did something called Vectorize, I think it was what it was called. And they basically turned it into a real logo from my sketch. And so I'm going to have some hats and some t-shirts and maybe some stickers made for me and Chance. He's always saying I need to get merch for the channel. He's like, we got to get merch, Dad. And but you know, we're still pretty small at the moment, so I don't see too many people wanting to get Adventures with Edna merch. But it should be fun for just us for the time being. Maybe some of my friends. So, but anyway, I'll post some pictures of how that turned out on the video, so you guys can see that. I still got to get Edna back together. I still have the headliner out. I know I keep saying I need to get it back in, but I don't know anybody to look at the dent up here in the roof to try to get that out before I get it back in. I don't know how different that is. It's as far as paintless dent repair, and while I'm sitting at this red light, there's a car that just pulled up beside me, and this dude's looking at me all weird because it looks like I'm talking to myself, which I guess technically I am. But anyway, I don't know how involved getting this dent out is going to be. I need to get somebody with a little bit of that experience to look at it, because it's probably not like modern cars where you just stick a little thing in there and push it right out. Probably a little different. End up being made of this, you know, thick real steel. So I need to get that fixed, get that back in, and I've got to put the interior back together, which I say put the interior back together, but it's really just putting the carpet back in here with the new transmission in. That should quiet it down. I've kind of noticed you can hear the engine a lot more with the carpet out, so I got to get that back in here. My camera died in the middle of filming right as I was pulling into the parking lot, but we're getting mulch and Gorilla Tape. I guess I'll get 6. Full action buggy cam here. Getting 6 bags and the Gorilla Tape. I was gonna get a screw. I wanted to get some little bit longer set screws for the side view mirrors on Edna, because Chance likes to pull on them. Right, he was a good fan. I didn't figure the cashier would want to get filmed, or we could just assume I stole it. Either way. Rolling away here. I guess I'll put the tape inside. have a little outside seating area, and most of the mulch has kind of gotten old and a lot of it's washed away. I know it's cheaper to buy a truckload, but this is really all I need. Return the cart back inside. Hopefully the camera won't overheat again on the way home. Been a hot day. I like Ryobi tools as I do most of my woodworking with Handcrafted by Coffman. So I like having the batteries to just go in whatever, but they had a Ryobi fan, a battery powered fan, in my little seating area without running a long extension cord. I don't have any power out there. With it being kind of hot, it'd be nice to have a fan out there. I do have a fan that I use when I'm out back working on Edna, which is kind of nice, but I have power there. But in the seating area I don't, so I wanted to get one of those fans, and I was going to pull the trigger and get one while I was in Home Depot. And beyond the display model, they didn't have any. So I checked just to make sure I wasn't overlooking it, and it said they had 0 in stock, but the East Side Home Depot has 21 of them. So the real question is, do I want to drive over there and get the fan? Maybe. I don't know. Aside from the heat, Edna's been running really good today. For some reason, this new transmission is very sensitive to how the clutch is adjusted, and I still need to get it adjusted right. I'm going to have to order a new clevis pin from it, which I'll get from early Ford V8 sales, which is where I got the transmission from, because just some old age and some other issues, it won't get exactly where I want it, so I'm stopping the pedal about 1.5 inches from the floor. If you go any further than that, it won't shift. It's kind of weird. The other transmission wasn't like that, but so just getting it adjusted properly will go a long way. About getting a second phone mount for my camera, because I realized that Chance has to practically sit on me to get good camera view of both of us when we're in the truck, which was even more noticeable when I had Kaylin in the truck with me. So I moved the mount over to the side to get a better view of to get a better view, but I kind of like the picture being more in the center when I've got the camera pointed at the road. Crepe myrtles are all in bloom right here, so that looks pretty good. Past the old Vic Bailey, I always look at these 3 Mustangs and this Model T in here when I'm going by. Oh man, I didn't realize how much I screwed that up. But yeah, I'd like to check those out sometime. I don't know if you can get in contact with Vic Bailey or not, or how involved would be to go to actually see those, maybe hear some of the history on those would be pretty neat. I've always been a Mustang fan. It's one of my favorite cars, 65 Mustang. Those have been in there for as long as I can remember, even when that dealership was still open. Back into downtown from the other side now. I don't know if some of the downtown expansions is going to kind of come up this way or not. Nice little drive coming up through here. I haven't been to Music on Main yet this year. I'd like to do it. I used to go all the time, but it's usually a lot of fun to see, local bands come out and hear them play. Here's the famous Hub City wall that everybody likes to get pictures at. I can't remember the actual name of it. Hub City Wall, Spartanburg Wall. Anyway, people get pictures there, that's what I'm saying. And this is back where they've got it blocked off through downtown, so I'm gonna go around. All these old buildings are great. I think I'm going to start looking into getting a better editing app for my videos. The one that I have now seems to be pretty good. It's free. I don't pay anything for it. Chance doesn't like that it says cap cut at the end of every video, but I did find out that you can take that off, but it's not really that big a deal to me. I'm wanting to get a new one. Might look into getting one of the ones that has like a yearly subscription that I have to pay for, because there's a lot of things that I wish I could do that I can't do. Like I can't change the speed of the video, so I actually have to stop and do hyperlapse and have that as a separate video. So some of these videos, if I do a lot of driving and going back and forth between the hyperlapse, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I end up with like a whole bunch of videos I have to connect to and editing, and sometimes when I send it from my phone to my tablet, they end up in the wrong order. Not a whole bunch, it'll just be like one video is in the wrong place or something, and I'll be all confused when I'm trying to work on it. But I want to get one that has more options. I don't have a lot of song options, like when I do the hyperlapse, so that's why I typically go with the same one most of the time. I kind of like to get something that's a little more real. I just realized I actually meant to turn there and come back up Main Street. This Papa San Sam's right here is real popular. I remember going when I was younger, but I haven't been in years. I've always wanted to try this Cyclops Brewery here too, but I haven't been there either. I've taken chance out here at Barnett Park before, which is on my left. We did the Kite Festival a few years ago. That was a lot of fun. I've never been there when the splash pad was open. I just saw some kids playing over there just now. I'm sure he'd like to go do that. He likes the one out at the Tiger River Sports Park. Back home and throw down some mulch. Of course, it's not like it's that big a deal. It's only 6 bags.
Give it to me like.
All right, all done. Time to relax. Well, it was a hot day, as I mentioned several times in the video. Hope you guys liked the quick little ride from one end of the town to the other and back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends. Kind of had a little bit of a drop off in new subscribers lately. Hopefully that'll pick back up now that we're getting into more going places videos again. Anyway, thanks for watching Adventures with Edna, and we'll see you in the next one.